Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says, وَلَا يَحْسَبَنَّ الَّذِينَ يَبْخَلُونَ بِمَا آتَاهُمُ اللَّهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ هُوَ خَيْرًا لَهُمْ. The people that withhold and are stingy with what Allah gave them, they shouldn't consider this good for them. Allah is saying, don't think this is good for you. He then says, بَلْ هُوَ شَرٌّ لَهُمْ. Rather, it is evil for them. Why? Allah said, سَيُطَوَّقُونَ بِمَا بَخِلُوا بِهِ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. On the day of judgment, Allah Azza wa Jal will send out two snakes. مُثِّلَ لَهُ شُجَاعٌ أَقْرَعٌ لَهُ زَبِيبَتَانِ. Two snakes will be released. They're bald-headed. أقرع له زبابتان. He has two fangs, or these two snakes have two black dots on top of their eyes. يطوقون به. The snake will wrap itself around the neck of the one who did not pay zakat al-mal and was stingy. And then the snake will bite off their cheek. And that is their punishment for not paying their zakat al-mal. And then Allah said, وَلِلَّهِ مِيرَاثُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. And to Allah belongs everything in the heavens and the earth. And ultimately it's all for Him, He'll inherit it all. What were you being stingy with? You are being stingy with something that Allah will take back for Himself on the Day of Judgment. Everything belongs to Allah. What are you stingy with? وَاللَّهُ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ خَبِيرٌ. How bad of a quality is this? Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says, the one who had gold and silver and he did not pay its zakat, he was stingy, he was greedy. On the Day of Judgment, pay attention, it will be brought, his gold, his silver, his wealth, and it will be transformed into blocks of iron, big pieces of iron, and they will be heated up in Jahannam. Then فَتُكْوَى بِهَا جِبَاهُهُمْ. His forehead will be ironed with it. وَجُنُوبُهُمْ. And their sides will be ironed and their backs will be ironed. Not today if you put your finger in fire, you go back 1 second. This ironing, and Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said it will remain ironing him for 50,000 years on the Day of Judgment. 50,000 years. Every time it cools down, it gets reheated and applied back on his body. Until after 50,000 years, he will be informed whether he's going to Jahannam or the paradise. Because the Day of Judgment is 50,000 years. في يوم كان مقداره 50,000 سنة. The believers enter the paradise in the early part of the 50,000 years. And there is all hisab and accountability, was sirat, and all of these events are happening in 50,000 years. And one day with Allah is equal to 1,000 years of what we count. Can you imagine how big this is? And the one who used to be stingy and never pay zakat al-mal, that's the punishment he cops on the field, on the plain of the Day of Judgment. After 50,000 years, if he's a Muslim and Allah has forgiven him, he enters the paradise. If he still needs to be tortured, he gets thrown in Jahannam. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to save us. هذه hadith. And wallah, I ask, what did he benefit once again? What did he benefit? What? And you know why? Here is ironed, and his side and his back is ironed? Because when the poor used to come to them and stand in front of their face, they gave him their side. When the poor came to them, they gave him their backs. So their front and their side and their back is all ironed. Allah Azza wa Jalla, He says, فَتُكْوَى بِهَا جِبَاهُهُمْ وَجُنُوبُهُمْ وَظُهُورُهُمْ هَذَا مَا كَنَزْتُمْ لِأَنفُسِكُمْ. That's what you treasured for yourself. This is your stuff. This is your wealth that you treasured. فَذُوقُوا مَا كُنْتُمْ تَكْنِزُونَ. Taste the punishment of that which you used to treasure. Al-ulama rahimahumullah, they say any wealth in which its zakat al-mal is paid is not called treasure. Alhamdulillah. If you pay your zakat al-mal and you have wealth that is saved, that's not considered treasure because you've paid its zakat al-mal. If you haven't paid its zakat al-mal, that's considered treasured. That there is going to turn into an iron block on the Day of Judgment and burn the people that did not pay its zakat. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to save us. Tayyib, brothers, this is all I have to share with you. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to grant us the ability to be generous and to always be generous in life.